In Chicago drill rap culture, the term ops, short for opposition, generally refers to your rivals or enemies. Now, having one or two ops is already pretty bad, but what if your ops were not one, but two US states? Well, that's exactly what Roblox is going up against right now, because they're getting hit with lawsuits from both the state of Louisiana and the state of Kentucky.
Now, Roblox has even tried to silence those who have raised these security risks. The famous case of one of their developers, Schlep, immediately comes to mind.
But it seems like Roblox isn't the only one in trouble, because its equally dangerous cousin, Discord, is also getting investigated by the US state of Texas. So what on earth is going on here? What vile things did the US government uncover on these platforms to cause two lawsuits and one ongoing investigation? And who will win this extremely unexpected battle? The three US states or two of the largest online corporations? And will I win your subscription on YouTube? To delve deeper, we first have to hit up some US geography, because what even is Kentucky? Now, if you're a non-American, Kentucky, known for their fried chicken and longest cave system, has recently just sued Roblox. Now, the Kentucky Attorney General, Russell Coleman, tweeted out this on October 6th, which says Roblox is a nightmare scenario for parents like me. This company has sold out children's safety for profit. We filed a lawsuit to come after Roblox with the full force of the law. My message to the parents: get your kids off of Roblox. And here we can see he follows up by saying, Roblox has become a playground for bad actors who seek to harm our children. The lawsuit we announced today is a major step to holding this platform accountable for allowing vile content to exist out in the open. But what exactly is this vile content? Well, on the official Kentucky.gov website, they posted this article, which says, since its launch in 2006, Roblox has knowingly permitted an online environment for exploitation, directly contributing to the widespread victimization of minor children in Kentucky. The complaint alleges that Roblox, 1, created a playground for bad actors and international organizations with link to organizations to distribute inappropriate material. 2, became a facilitator for bad actors to target young victims online before escalating to real-world inappropriate behavior. 3, deliberately failed to implement effective safety measures to protect children from well-documented bad actor threats. And 4, knowingly and intentionally failed to inform parents of the dangers lurking on the platform. Our children are not safe on Roblox. Bad actors and criminals aren't just lurking in the platform's shadows, they've been allowed to commit their crimes out in the open. And unfortunately, that statement still holds up to this day. Just a couple days ago, a bad actor made someone write his name on their body and then uploaded it to Roblox as a shirt. And by the shirt on this text, you can already tell that this guy has no remorse whatsoever. And even though Roblox's own VP of Civility and Partnerships has said that a lot of the negative press has come from things that have happened 5 years ago, we can see that a lot of these issues are still present very recently, definitely happening a lot closer than 5 years ago. And because of this, Kentucky's Attorney General pointed out that for years, Roblox has ignored this crisis so it could continue turning a profit. And this same sentiment is echoed by Roblox's current and former trust and safety workers, who've said in interviews that user growth at Roblox takes priority over child safety. For example, they asked for more resources, which went unanswered, and promises for extra safety staff went unfulfilled. They also had features that they recommended to better protect kids, like safety notices, rejected. And while Roblox has increasingly relied on AI for moderation, some employees say that the technology isn't yet able to detect subtle signs of grooming. And of course, as we've discussed before, Roblox's safety issue will only get worse in the future, especially with the CEO's push of Roblox as a dating site. And I can't even blame the safety staff, because there seems to be some internal conflicts inside Roblox itself. These safety workers say those who are pushing for growth, like Roblox's CEO, want as few barriers to entry as possible. And every time they make the platform easier for people to connect, it becomes harder for the safety staff to police. The minute that dating on Roblox was announced, one former child safety team leader says, our whole team was like, dear God, no, please Roblox, don't do this. And it seems like we're not the only ones that are discovering this, because Kentucky says that despite claims from Roblox of increased safety protocols, for example, like Roblox's VP saying that they had over 100 new safety features over the course of the last year, bad actors continue to run amok on the platform. For example, there were these assassination simulators popping up on Roblox that we'll be talking about later. And earlier this year, a 25-year-old Kentucky man with ties to the 764 group pleaded guilty as part of a plot to extort, and threaten, and even conspire to make children as young as 8 years old pass away using various online platforms. And this group in particular is known to utilize Roblox, among other platforms that we'll be talking about later, for its nefarious schemes. And because of this, Russell Coleman has asked the court to permanently block Roblox from continuing its unlawful conduct in Kentucky and be penalized up to $2,000 for each willful violation. And in this 68-page document, we can truly understand the reasons and shocking material that Kentucky found that led up to this moment. First off, in the introduction, we have some facts like Roblox has boasted that as many as 2/3 of all children ages 9 to 12 in the US have Roblox accounts. However, Roblox has failed to inform Roblox users and their parents about the dangers on the platform. And these dangers range from bad actors acting alone to international organizations linked with these kind of groups that are dedicated to targeting these young users for their nefarious purposes. And of course, there are barriers that could be placed to prevent these kind of dangers, but that would lead to less Roblox users, which leads to less profit. So instead, Roblox continues to allow children to create accounts without any form of ID verification or parental consent. Nationwide, stories of grooming and child abductions using Roblox have proliferated in recent years, and oftentimes these criminals will use a combination of Roblox as a tool to find the targets and then move them off to another platform called Discord. We'll be getting into Discord a little bit later in the video because there's a lot going on at the moment with Discord too. And they also point out that it's not uncommon for players to find themselves in violent or inappropriate situations within the Roblox universe. And again, although this negative press has supposedly come from things that happened 5 years ago, even Roblox's biggest creator, Creekcraft, had noticed this constant behavior in as recent as August of 2025, where he created a brand new account and saw exactly what was mentioned in the document. Another thing that they mention are these Roblox gift cards. I'm sure you've seen the gift card stand at your local Target or Best Buy, and for young kids, they could probably care less about, you know, like a Razer Gold, Twitch gift cards. Battle.net's not that popular, to be honest, but if you give them a Roblox gift card, now you're talking, because as a kid, this is their form of online currency. I mean, if we even look at places like Pinterest, there are literal Robux gift card money spreads. Is this motion? I mean, in this online cyberspace, Robux can buy you literally anything from wearable items like the 6-7 brain rot to OP abilities in popular games, and nowadays, some games even need to be bought with Robux itself. Side note, I think this game is highly worth it. And unfortunately, these bad actors know the value of these cards to kids as well, which is why they are routinely used by bad actors as an enticement when grooming or otherwise exploiting their young victims on the platform. Usually they'll say something like, I'll give you Robux in exchange for your Discord account or for you to send me a picture. And if you're a kid with no disposable income, even a mere $10 worth of Robux may seem like a lot to you. And unfortunately, these young impressionable children sometimes take the deal. So another Roblox issue that's brought up in this lawsuit is the account creation. And if you've been on the platform long enough, you've probably realized the extremely obvious issue. If we hop onto roblox.com and we input, you know, a random birthday, and then we set our age to over 18, so let's just go all the way down to 1926, I haven't given them any information except for a random birthday, a random username, and a random password. All I have to do is click the check and sign up. And now, without any verification or even email or phone number added, I am now a 13+ user. And if I go to content maturity, you can see that I can play all the way up to moderate games. Obviously, there is one higher level where you verify yourself with ID, but even with a 13-year-old account, I can now hop into games like Boys and Girls Pool Roleplay and be exposed to an absolute cesspool of e-dating. What's up, my love? Or even better, hang out in vibe places where there are people like this. Dude, what is going on here? This cannot be real, bro. This cannot be real. Something inappropriate is literally going on here. I might just have to censor this entire screen, bro, because it's absolutely wicked what's going. Oh my god, bro. And again, I'm accessing all of these inappropriate experiences without any verification. My account has no phone number, no email, and I was literally born in 1926, and that's a severe issue. Roblox does not have any features in place to prevent children from creating their own accounts and manipulating their age and playing on Roblox without first obtaining parental permission. I think that's very important because when I was a kid, the right kind of CP, Club Penguin, was one of my first ever online gaming experiences. appearances. And one of the best online safety features they had was this parents' email address section, because they know that their main demographic of players are young children. So by instantly linking the kid's account to their parents' email upon literally the first minute of them playing the game in registration, not only alerted the parent that their kid had made a free Club Penguin account and alerted them of the safety features, but also the parental involvement that is critical in keeping your kids safe online, but also gave the parents a host of parent tools that they could use to help monitor and keep their kids safe online. And of course, Roblox does have their own parental controls too, but they're definitely not as upfront about it. And their sign up page is just unbelievably easy to bypass. And it absolutely disgusts me that kids can get into these kind of games without even a phone number or email attached to their account. There is just straight up no verification. And as such, bad actors can also establish accounts that pose as children themselves. Most critically, because children are able to create accounts without the knowledge, much less consent, of a parent or guardian, parental controls are not enabled, and in fact, they cannot be enabled unless a parent is added to the user's account. So if we look at our account and go to settings, let's go to parental controls, and then we'll let it load. Wait, what? I'm on the brand new account that I just made that was born in 1926, and if I go to parental controls, it looks like I can't even add an account. Under age group, it puts me in the 18 plus age group, and it thinks that I'm actually a parent instead of a kid. Let's say my kid lied, and yeah, there's actually no way for me to get parental controls on this account if I'm a parent. I still don't have a phone number or email attached to this account too. I just did some lying. The absence of default enabled parental controls, like how Club Penguin does it, is not the only lack of security features on the platform. There's been negative press about things that have happened 5 years ago, but up until November 2024, there was no restriction for adult strangers to contact accounts identified as under 13, meaning adults could communicate with children without limitation. Adult strangers could also friend and chat with a child of any age via direct private message and invite a child to a private server or to other games on the platform. Now, after November 2024, Roblox finally added the safety update, where users under 13 may not send direct messages, but again, we just bypass this so easily by just setting our birth date to an absurdly high number. And in discussed in further detail below, these safety updates are too little too late. There are myriad instances of bad actors harming the people they meet on Roblox in real life. For example, in 2023, a 27-year-old Delaware man kidnapped an 11-year-old he met through Roblox. Similarly, a 13-year-old boy was and kidnapped. And of course, their interactions began on Discord and Roblox. And of course, we need to talk about Discord later because that platform rivals the amount of bad stuff happening on Roblox. And there are many more examples of these kind of scenarios happening so frequently. I mean, if we just scroll through the news, Jesus. And another issue is the condo games. For those that don't know, condo games are basically games where you can do inappropriate stuff with Roblox avatars. I'm going to be censoring this image, but unfortunately this leads to a lot of young individuals accidentally stumbling upon this inappropriate behavior, and these young individuals were literally invited to these experiences after accepting a friend request from a stranger. And of course, on the platform there are hundreds if not thousands of accounts and games that are related to controversial figures. I mean, the fact that this was even allowed is just utterly crazy. I will give Roblox a little bit of props. They did clean it up afterwards, but man, allowing this game to stay up with 500 concurrent is crazy. And I can't show these images, but here they're talking about inappropriate content and videos being made in the .rbxl format, which means that these inappropriate videos that were uploaded to inappropriate platforms were all created inside of Roblox. This also extended to Roblox groups where members would post this kind of stuff to the wall, like selling to everyone, ad for a young girl to roleplay with. I'm looking for a sugar daddy, will do anything you say for money. And again, the thing I want to highlight is that although Roblox plays it off like they have excellent chat filtering features, and most of the problems were things that have happened from 5 years ago, I think they failed to understand that Roblox as a platform is being used as a first point of contact for bad actors. And that's very important because these bad actors aren't having inappropriate discussions on the Roblox platform. Instead, they easily make a brand brand new account, pretend like they're a young individual, and then hop on these inappropriate Roblox games to find their targets. And then they could care less about Roblox. Instead, they'll manipulate the child to move the conversation to other apps such as Snapchat or Discord. Now on these apps, and it's absolutely sickening that they get away with this, these bad actors will escalate their exploitation by soliciting inappropriate material like photos or videos of these people doing inappropriate acts. And if you want a better example of what truly goes on inside these depraved Discord servers, this video dives deep into a Roblox cult called Spawnism, who hosts some absolutely wicked Discord servers. Could you lower the camera a little more? Sit down and open your legs towards the camera. Could you start thinking yourself? In simple terms, Roblox serves as the critical facilitator that enables these bad actors to first identify, target, and gain the trust of young victims through its inadequate safety measures and failure to provide notice of its lack of safety features. And it makes it 10 times worse when these bad actors can also exploit both Roblox and the target by just simply paying $50 for a Roblox party pack or buying them a $10 gift card. Roblox obviously isn't going to care because that just makes them more money, and the young individual is easily deceived because this is Robux they're getting, okay? It's not some Razer Gold, it's not some Twitch, okay? This is some actual valuable Robux. These bad actors weren't just lurking outside the world's biggest virtual playground, they were hanging from the jungle gym, using Robux to lure kids into sending photos or developing relationships with them that move to other online platforms and eventually offline, aka in person. And of course, because Roblox makes money from this conduct is just being done openly on the platform. And a recent example of this problem was highlighted during the Charlie Kirk tragedy at Utah Valley University. Now, regardless of the political beliefs that you may have, I'm sure we can all agree that allowing children as young as 5 years old to access animated bloody depictions of this event should not be happening on Roblox. But unfortunately, as I talked about this on my second channel, it was spread and exposed to thousands of players on Roblox. You see, shortly after his passing, players were quick to make games, clothing, and even emoticons, all related to this horrific incident. And at first, so many of them were getting past Roblox's automated moderation systems and getting uploaded to the platform for millions of Roblox's daily active users to see. And what's most upsetting is that Roblox isn't just, accidentally doing this stuff, right? Roblox's biggest fear isn't about the safety of a child, but rather driving users away. This is illuminated when employees made a presentation to management about why parental approval would enhance safety, but it didn't even get to the experiment phase and was disapproved. And when we go to Roblox's quarterly results, the one stat that they love to highlight is their growth across DAUs, which are their daily active users. Average daily active users were 111.8 million, up 41%. And this number is something they love to highlight everywhere on their annual financial reports, which obviously means that their goal is just to get this number higher and higher every single time. So when features like this, parental approval, get in the way of creating a Roblox account, which affects their amount of daily active users, it means that Roblox is actively making a choice that prioritizes growth over the safety of its youngest users. I mean, as we saw before with this account, in some cases their parental controls don't even work. This document also mentions that Roblox's approach to chat is so different from other gaming services like Nintendo, which use pre-programmed dialogue options to tightly control user interactions. Again, I'm glazing Club Penguin here, but they also had the same thing where you'd get a bunch of preset options to communicate with each other. And these are all vetted and made by the safety team, so there was no way you could speak or talk to people inappropriately. The worst thing you could say is, "I like your igloo." Like, there's nothing bad here to say. And this would have been the perfect addition to accounts under a certain age on Roblox, because a similar approach would have significantly reduced, if not eliminated, the inappropriate actions facilitated by Roblox, because these bad actors would have not been able to get any personal information or send any weird messages. And again, another issue they bring up is the failure to prohibit bad actors from establishing multiple accounts. Because Roblox wants as many daily active users as possible, these bad actors are able to routinely operate multiple Roblox accounts at the same time. And again, if one of them gets banned, nothing prevents them from just immediately rejoining the platform with a different account. And we even got a Schlepp mention here, okay? We got popular YouTube personality known as Schlepp found a Roblox experience called Dollhouse Roleplay, which was disguised as like this cutesy hangout game where you roleplay as dolls. Wow, so innocent. I really hope nothing bad is going on in here. But unfortunately, a nefarious group called 764, which also has ties to Spawnism, hijacked it and actively uses the space to minors. And here we can see in the game, we got this dude saying, I love CP. And we got the Club Penguin on there, bro. You are not slick. And it's kind of insane how big the Schlepp situation got, because they even talk about his cease and desist in this lawsuit, causing the viral free Schlepp movement that I'm sure you already know by now. And again, another issue that's brought up is Roblox's weak moderation. Roblox only has 3,000 moderators compared to TikTok, which has 40,000. And TikTok only has 3 times the number of users, meaning at the bare minimum, Roblox should have at least 13,000 moderators to be on the same scale as TikTok. And although they've tried to justify this by saying you can't really judge the quality of these moderation systems by the number of people, the issue is not only are their moderators overwhelmed by an unmanageable volume of child safety reports, but also their over-reliance on AI to help them moderate the content is just really awful, considering the amount of false terminations that have happened from this. For example, we got the lovely swear word shh, and you got in the way we. And Roblox developers and UGC creators are also feeling the heat of the AI moderation, with it currently being too hard for them to trust uploading any asset on Roblox without worrying of a false moderation. There are tons of people that have just been banned randomly by the AI moderation and even losing their main source of income. The fact that account terminations can be automated and also completely false positive is actually pretty scary. People should never rely on fully automated systems to make such big and risky decisions. Earlier last month, Roblox's automatic AI moderation for avatars falsely flagged anyone wearing this moon avatar. As we can see, they're all rocking the moon hat, and from their accounts, they were all terminated, with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Robux being fully wiped from the account after they were terminated. And after they tried appealing, they got reviewed by another AI moderation and got their appeal denied. And again, all these users that were banned were wearing the original Moon Seeing Stars item by Roblox themselves. That's a major cause for concern. Roblox moderation is insane for banning people who own an asset they made. And again, as much as I want to give Roblox the benefit of the doubt, we can see from this quarterly report from September 30th, 2021, 4 years ago, that on page 58, they openly admit that their platform has been used by criminal offenders to identify and communicate with children and to possibly entice them to interact off-platform. We are unable to prevent all such interactions from taking place, and they know that it could adversely affect their reputation as a safe place for children and hurt their business. Yet, knowing all of this, they now not only choose to ignore that it happened and dismiss it as saying, oh, it just happened 5 years ago, but also actively prioritize the growth over the safety features. For example, employees reported feeling explicit pressure to avoid any changes that could reduce platform engagement, like parental approval requirements, even when these changes would protect children. As one former Roblox employee explained, you're supposed to make sure that your users are safe, but the downside is that if you're limiting users' engagement with these parental safety features, it's hurting your metrics, like your daily active users, the time spent on the platform, and in a lot of cases, the leadership, aka the Roblox CEO, doesn't want that. So that leaves them with a really bad decision. You can either keep your players safe, but then it would be less of them on the platform, or you can just let them do what they want to do, and then the numbers all look good and the investors will be happy. And again, there's leaked documents that date back all the way to 2022 that show that Roblox was well aware of this situation. For example, they had these internal slideshows about safety, like how big of a bulge is a problem for us, and do condo/vibe/player UGC suggestive games get suddenly worse, meaning they are well aware of these type of games existing on their platform, and they've known all the way since 2022. Yet there are still vibe places up online to this day. And honestly, looking back at Roblox in 2007, the differences are honestly shocking. Back then, if you asked what is Roblox, under their dedicated Roblox parent section, they said that Roblox is an online virtual playground and workshop where kids of all ages can safely interact, create, have fun, and learn. Who is Roblox for? Roblox is designed for 8 to 18-year-olds, but is open to kids of all ages. Kids. And just comparing it to the Roblox of now is just unbelievable. They even had a page called Keeping Kids Safe, in which they said everyone here at Roblox is committed to member safety. We take every precaution possible to make sure kids are protected from inappropriate and offensive individuals, as well as from indecent and distasteful content. And one of the ways they did it was a team of moderators who are constantly reviewing chat logs and discussion forums. These moderators, both Roblox employees as well as trusted members of the community, follow our zero tolerance policy in regards to swearing and other inappropriate things of nature. If something does happen, the infringing member is immediately suspended suspended or permanently expelled. And honestly, looking at these chat filters and modes, Roblox actually downgraded because they used to have this super safe chat. And yeah, this is exactly like the Club Penguin version. And they used to also have a parent's email address for children under 13. And this was to ensure safe participation and to recover lost passwords. But wow, it's insane to see that Roblox was actually interested in keeping kids safe back then. And finally, the weirdest part of this entire situation is that the state of Kentucky claims that Roblox has also allegedly engaged in a deceptive public relations campaign by leveraging their ties to groups like the Family Online Safety Institute. So it turns out that Stefan Balkam, who is the founder and CEO of the Family Online Safety Institute, tells Parents, which is kind of like a parents magazine website, that he supported Roblox's work, and Roblox's new labels and tools will go a long way to provide peace of mind and assurance to busy parents wanting to protect their children from unwanted content or contact. What the article omitted, however, is that Roblox's own vice president of civility and partnerships, Temi Bomik, the same person who said a lot of the negative press has come from things that have happened 5 years ago, also serves as the Family Online Safety Institute's board chair, which is an obvious conflict of interest. And they're not even hiding it. Here we can see the Family Online Safety Institute welcoming Roblox vice president as new board chair all the way back in 2022, which again is really strange because at that point it's just Roblox patting themselves on the back in this parents article, and also fails to touch on the more than 2-year gap between October 2022 and the November 2024 update, where they just had no parental controls for child safety at all. Kentucky even calls them out about this, saying these changes, which is all these like safety features that they're boasting about, could all have been implemented years ago. None of them involve any new or groundbreaking technology. And I mean, looking at the parental controls, there's a screen time graph and a pending request list. Coming from a company that has resources like Roblox, I would assume that they could probably whip this up in like a week maximum. But again, they only implemented these changes when their stock price was threatened. And because of all of this, Roblox is currently facing 4 different counts, like the unfair and deceptive acts and practices in violation of Kentucky Consumer Protection Act, unjust enrichment, negligence, and negligence of failure to warn. And similarly, the state of Louisiana, named after King Louis XIV, were also involved with suing Roblox for its obscene garbage that it's peddling to their children. We talked about this previously, where Attorney General Liz Morrell pulled up to an actual press conference with Public Bathroom Simulator, Diddy Simulator games, and Escape to Epstein Island, a classic.
I will not stand by and watch this company grow exponentially from exploiting children and facilitating child sexual abuse for profit.
The fact that someone actually printed this out on a poster board with the Department of Justice stamp beside it is insane. This is like an alternative reality. After discovering those kind of inappropriate games, they also filed a lawsuit, to which Roblox responded with no comment. But let's shift our focus to another platform that's equally as bad, because not only did they have an insane data breach, but they're also being investigated by Ken Paxton, who's the Attorney General for the state of Texas, is another US state known for their comically large houses at insanely cheap prices, as long as you ignore the property tax. But he's investigating Discord after the platform was used by the reported bad actor who was responsible for the Charlie Kirk event. Discord has chosen to allow extremist content, exploitation, and addiction to flourish on its platform. As Attorney General Paxton found out through an investigation, Discord has concerning behaviors regarding its privacy and safety practices for minors. Bro, Discord deadass be having every bad actor on earth living in harmony and safety like a hidden leaf village. That app a hub for them. And I don't even need much to explain why that tweet is so true. If we just toggle this on, there are tons of just inappropriate content being hosted on this platform. And that's why in Schlepp's investigations, we can see the bad actors bring these victims onto the Discord platform and then just typing stuff like this. I get horns so often. I'm just looking to have fun or find a girl to help me with my needs. And because Discord has such relaxed chat filters, all this can just happen in Discord without repercussions. And another huge issue is that the inappropriate condo games that we mentioned before often have their members collected in online Discord servers, which just creates an extremely nasty community of people on Discord. And other big YouTubers in the Discord space, like No Text to Speech, have been covering Discord safety issues issues for months now.
They would make Discord servers dedicated to Roblox condos because once Roblox would ban the game, they just re-upload the game in the Discord server and everyone else would join. And what happened that I showed people is that you can go into Discord, you can go to Discord's own discovery feature where they promote servers and allow people to search through servers, and you could search for condo. And there were a bunch of Roblox condo games. So literally anyone on Discord could be exposed to Roblox adult games, and it could be a predator looking for it, or it can be just a kid stumbling across it and now they're becoming a victim.
But if it couldn't get any worse for Discord, they also just experienced a 1.5 terabyte data breach with over 2 million government ID photos. For those that don't know, Discord, along with other platforms like YouTube and Spotify, recently started rolling out this Verify ID feature, in which users had to verify their age group by either taking a video selfie or scanning your ID. Now, at the time 2 months ago, I was extremely opposed to this new age verification check, and even pointed out how funny it was that people were using video games like Death Stranding to bypass the selfie check because of the safety risk that something like this brings. Unlike government institutions, private companies aren't bound by the same strict data protection standards. Once your ID is in their hands, it can be stored indefinitely, shared or sold off to third parties, or exposed in a data breach. Even companies with good intentions can fall victim to cyber attacks, and leaked identity documents are a goldmine for criminals looking to commit fraud, open accounts in your name, or steal your identity entirely. In short, handing over your ID online is like giving strangers the keys to your life. Many companies combine ID data with other personal information they've collected, like your browsing habits, location, and purchase history, to build detailed profiles that can follow you from platform to platform. And soon, instead of your username and IP, that info may be attached to your government ID, especially when they say the information you provide is only used to confirm your age group, then it's deleted. I don't believe you. Massive invasion of privacy. And as we've seen in the past, if they do retain data, which they shouldn't, and it does get hacked, the consequences are just nothing. They can just do that. And unfortunately, that has just happened, because according to the hacker, Discord negotiated with them for 2 weeks promising payment and then just stopped talking. And because of that ghosting, the threat actor, aka the hacker, is now angry and is releasing files individually. And Discord obviously panicked, released this article on an update on a security incident involving third-party customer service, in which they said an unauthorized party also gained access to a small number of government ID images. And what's also revealed is that they did not delete the information you provided after they confirmed your age group. You know, what a shocker, they kept all the government IDs. On top of that, the alleged hacker is saying that the small number of government ID images is actually 2.185 million items. It also turns out that the hacker also got the card type, last 4 digits, and expiry code of credit cards, along with all this other information like username, email, location, country, phone, etc. But how did this even happen in the first place? Well, apparently Discord was using this customer service software called Zendesk, in which customer service representatives can help customers with their issues. Now, allegedly, the threat actors used this to their advantage because they began sending emails to Discord's customer support employees who are outsourced to Southeast Asia and offering them $500 USD in exchange for access to Discord's internals. This particular customer support office only had a handful of employees that were assigned to working on the Discord help desk, which included age verification. So first, these hackers baited them out by saying, hey, we'll send you $500 if you prove to us that you're an actual Discord employee. And then on top of that, these hackers offered an additional several $1,000 lump sum payment in exchange for them giving access. Now, unfortunately, even though they were told to ignore the emails, it seems like one of them did not ignore it and accepted the bribe. And $500 in this Southeastern Asian country is an astronomical amount of money. On top of that, the several $1,000 lump sum payment would be enough for this person to live comfortably for several years in their country. And the weirdest part about this breach is that allegedly Discord maintained a list of accounts that agents were instructed not to interact with, directing them to quietly close the tickets without response. So this is basically Discord's blacklist, and it allegedly includes Streamlabs, USA Army Esports, TeamSpeak, which is a Discord voice chat competitor, along with internet personality Keemstar, Call Me Carson, Quackity, Dr. Disrespect, and No Text to Speech. The same channel investigating all of the shitty stuff going on the Discord platform. So what were people's reactions to this? Oh hey, it's the exact thing everyone and their mother said was going to happen. Yet the UK government, one of the most outspoken governments that are pushing for this change to add age verification to literally every service, is going to remain silent about that. So what are your thoughts on Roblox getting sued by the state of Kentucky and Louisiana, along with Discord getting investigated and breached with over 1.5 terabytes of data leaked? Let me know in the comments below and subscribe for more Roblox Explained.